Hi everybody, my name is Miss Mans and today I will be going through a kindergarten math activity. It is called Double-Handed Penny Addition from 1 to 20. The materials you will go ahead and need to gather are pennies, of course, and you can have any object. If you have up to 20 of something different, it could be for that as well. We happen to have the 20 in the packet or the pennies, but you can use anything that you have around the house. But up to 20 pennies. You will also need your recording sheet. I use the blank one. For kindergarten, they'll only go up to 10. But for enrichment, if your child finds this to be super easy, you can make it your own number. You can use the recording sheet for up to 20, okay? And you will need a pen for recording. All right, so the way that we play this game, you get your pennies or your object, and we need about 20 of it, so we'll go ahead, we'll count out, or we're going to use 10 to begin with. So let's go ahead and count out 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So I'll show you the pennies. There are 10 pennies. All right, now if you read the recording sheet, it says pennies in your left hand plus pennies in your right hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick up pennies. You can do this on your own. You can do it with a partner, so you could have your hand and a partner's hand. So whatever is more fun for you, whatever you're able to do, is totally fine. Miss Mans is going to do this on her own. I'm going to do right hand and left hand. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. And the way that we play this is, and I'll show it to you, you just grab pennies, okay? So what we're going to do is, here are my pennies, and I'm going to grab this many in that hand, okay? So this is what I grabbed. And then here in this hand, I've grabbed the rest. And so we're going to count out both hands, and we're going to write them in two different columns. So we'll do this hand first, all right? So pennies in my left hand, put them down, and you can help me count. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what I'm going to do on my recording sheet is I'm going to write 7 pennies on my left hand. I'm going to write the number 7. And now I have the pennies in my left hand. Here we go. Ready? You can help me count. 1, 2, there we go, 3. So there are 1, 2, 3 pennies for my right hand. So on my recording sheet, I'm going to write 3 for my right hand. Now, I knew I had 10, which is why you see the equals 10, because I had 10 pennies altogether. So this combination, we have a 7 and a 3, and that was how we got to 10. We had 7 in one hand and 3 in the other. We still are going to use all 10 pennies, and we're only going to use 10. So if you see how I have equals 10, I keep my 10 pennies. Count out your pennies again. Make sure you still have 10. We don't want to add any or take any away. So watch Miss Mans. We're going to count, make sure we have 10 pennies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still have 10 pennies. And we're going to do left hand and right hand again. So with my left hand, I grab this many. Okay, left hand, and now my right hand. Oh, look. It's so hard to pick them all up. I really grabbed all of them. Okay, so all my pennies are in my hand. All 10 are in my two hands. I have some in my left and some in my right. We're going to count them out. Okay, I picked all 10 pennies up off the table, so I know I equal 10. But how do I equal 10? Let's count it out. So first, I'm going to count out my left hand, and you can watch. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'll go to my recording sheet. I'm going to write 5 in my left hand. And now we'll count out the pennies that were in my right hand. So here we go. Let me move these over. That was my left hand. So here's my right hand. And, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now I have 5 in my right hand. All right. So I had 5 pennies in my left hand, 5 pennies in my right hand, and that equals 10 altogether. So I equal 10 in 2 different ways. I had 7 and 3, and now I have 5 and 5. So these are different ways that you can equal 10. Let's find out a different way to equal 10. Okay, I still have my 10 pennies. Let me take a look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to equal 10. All right, I'm going to close my eyes. You ready? I'm going to pick with my left hand. It's so tricky to pick these up off the table. All right, left hand is full. Now I'm going to put pennies in my right hand. I keep dropping them. Pennies in my right hand. Okay. So we have pennies in my left, pennies in my right. We're going to count them up and see how many we have. We should have 10 altogether. I had 10 pennies on the table, and all of the pennies were picked up. Some in my right, some in my left. And we're going to see how many. But there should be 10 when we're done counting. All right, let's start with our right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. So let's open our recording sheet. Here we go. It's my recording sheet. And we're going to write, I had 3 in my left hand. All right. Now let's count my left hand. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I counted 7 in my right hand, so I'm going to write a 7. So in my left there were 3, in my right there were 7, and when I count them all together, they equal 10. All right, let's put our pennies back together. You should still have 10 pennies all together. Okay, here, we'll take a look at Miss Nanz's. Let's count, make sure we still have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have 10 pennies. Okay, so let's grab a new amount. You ready? Okay, I got it in one shot. Let me grab the others. That was trickier. Okay, I picked all 10 pennies up off the table, all 10 of them. I put some in my left hand and I put some in my right hand. And now we're going to count to see how many I put in each hand. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, take a look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on the recording sheet, we're going to write the number 6 for how many were in my left hand. There were 6 of them in my left hand. I wonder how many are in my right hand. There were 6. How many are in my right hand? You know I have to equal 10. All right, here we go. Ready? 1. Let's move it over. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pennies in my right hand. So on our recording sheet, we're gonna come over here to right hand. And we're gonna write 4. And guess what? That's 10 altogether, because I didn't take any away, I didn't add any, so I kept equaling 10. Look at all the different ways that we've equaled 10. We have 7 plus 3 is 10. 5 plus 5 is 10. 3 plus 7 is 10. 6 plus 4 is 10. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 different ways that we've equaled 10 so far, and there's still more. Okay, here we go. Put all our pennies together. Okay, let's count, make sure we have to have 10 each time. So we're finding all these different ways to equal 10. So let's count and making sure. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 pennies. So we're still okay. We are still on track. All right. And now I'm going to grab. Are you ready? Here we go. Okay, I got my secret amount in my left hand. And my secret amount in my in my right hand. Now I picked all 10 pennies up, so there's a combination of 10 in my two hands. I have some in my left hand and I have some in my right hand, and we're going to go ahead and count them out and see how many we have, or we have 10 altogether, but see how many are in each hand. Okay, so in the left hand, ready? 1, 2. So let's go ahead and record that. On the recording sheet for my left hand, I put a number 2. Let's count out how many are in my right hand. I wonder how many are in my right hand. I had 2 in my left. How many are in my right? Let's see. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I had 2 in my right hand, and now on my recording sheet, I'm going to write that I had 8. I'm 2 in my left hand, sorry, and I have 8 in my right hand. So 2 plus 8 more was our 10 altogether. Okay, so let's see how many ways we got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different ways to equal 10, and guess what? We're not done. There's more. All right, let's put our pennies together. We're going to count them out. We need to have 10 all together. Okay, let's make sure we still have 10. We're not changing. Not yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We still have 10 pennies. All right, are you ready? Okay, let's go. I'm going to take some with my left hand. I'm going to take some with my right hand, but I'm going to have all 10 chips in my hand. Are you ready? Left. And goodness. Got it. Right. Okay, so I have all 10 pennies together. I have some in my left, some in my right. I wonder what it'll be. What combination for 10 will this be? Let's go ahead and see. Ready? So I have in my left just the 1. So I'm going to write 1 for my left hand. Anybody know how many will be in my right hand if I only had 1 in my left hand? Let's count and see. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I had 1 penny in my left hand and I had 9 in my right hand. And that was my 10 all together. Look at how many different ways we've equaled 10, and there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different ways. Holy moly. All right, let's get our 10 pennies. We're going to equal 10. We're going to do it again. One more time together. Are you ready? Okay, so you're going to grab some in your left, some in your right, or you'll grab some and your partner will grab the rest. But let's see how many. Are you ready? So let's make sure we have 10. Before we move on, we got to make sure we have 10 all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we have 10 pennies. You ready? Okay. Oh, sorry. Left hand first. Oh. Okay. And now, right hand. Okay. I now have 10 pennies all together, right? I didn't take any away. I didn't add any. I left the 10 pennies, but I have some of those 10 in my left and some of those 10 in my right. Let's count and see what our 2 numbers are. We're going to count left hand first. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What? Miss Mans had 10 in my left hand. So I'm going to write down this number 10. In my left hand, I had 10. How many do you think I have in my right hand? If there were 10 pennies all together, and I picked 10 pennies up and put them away, how many are in my next hand? How many pennies do you think there are left? Let's count. Ready? None. What's the number that represents none? 0. So we're going to put a 0. For my right hand, I had all 10 in my left. I had 0. I had nothing. None in my right hand. 10 plus 0 equals 10. That was awesome, guys. You did a wonderful job. We do have a challenge that I would like to do with you, and you'll same materials. All right, let's see. What we're gonna do this time is we're gonna increase the amount of pennies. So you know I have 10. We're gonna add some more. We're gonna subitize and count on up to 20 pennies. Are you ready? All right, here we go. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, if you look, Miss Mans has 20. I have 20 pennies. So I'm going to use my other recording sheet. These are different ways to equal 20. If you're doing excellent counting to 10 and subitizing, counting on, and making your combinations to 10, if that feels easy, you can move up to another number. We're going to go up to 20 this time. All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. Put some in my right hand. Remember, we're doing right hand, left hand. Here's my right hand. I got them in my right hand, or my left hand, sorry. Now we're going to do right hand. Now we had 20 pennies. And so I now have, and it is very tricky, those 20 pennies. I picked every one of them up. You can kind of see them sticking out a little bit. I picked every one of those 20 pennies up, and now I have some in my left, some in my right, just like with the 10, but now there's 20. Okay, we're going to count how many. We're going to see the combination that equals 20. This is a lot higher. You ready? Let's count our right hand, our left hand first. Here we go, left hand. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So there were 7. In this hand, my left hand, I had, write it down, 7 pennies. Now we're equaling 20. I had 20 altogether. What do you think is in my right hand? I had 7. How many will be in my right hand? But we have to equal 20. This is different. This is more. Let's go ahead and see how many are in my right hand. See how many? 7. And we're going to count on. Here we go. So let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I counted 13. Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Holy guacamole. So I put 13. All right, great job. 7 and 13 more equals 20 altogether. All right. Put these 20 this time. Ooh. This time, we're going to guess it. We're going to guess and see if we're correct, okay? So I still have my 20, and I'm going to put this many into, I'm going to hide. I'm hiding some pennies. So I had 20 pennies. I took some in my hand, and this is what I have left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 pennies left. There are some in my hand. There are 8 pennies left. How many pennies are in my hand? That is your challenge. We have 8 pennies on the table. How many did I pick up in my hand? We're going to go ahead, we're going to write it down. We have 8 showing, okay? We know there were 20 altogether. And you made a prediction on how many pennies you think are in my hand. Are you ready to see if your prediction is correct? All right, I'm going to move the 8 down. Let's count out the ones that are in my hand to see if you predicted the right answer. Ready? This is my right hand. Let's see how many were in my right hand. We're guessing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, let's look. Miss Mance counted out 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Did you predict the number 12? What did you predict? Were you correct? That's awesome. I'm going to write our number 12 on the paper. 8. And we predicted it was 12 more, and that is a combination to 20. Okay. That was so much fun. Thank you so much for joining me in our game called Double-Handed Penny Addition. We worked up to 10 and we worked up to 20, and I'm so excited. I had so much fun. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody.